This show is proudly brought to you by Grosity.
I want to talk about how you have also blossomed in a different way.
Yep.
And it's so interesting to see because this now tells us that as women, it's not particularly attached to one thing. You could just blossom from different angles or aspects of your lives.
I'm absolutely in love in a way that I have never loved before. It's a delightful experience. It is, however, sometimes the trenches. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not that the stress fades away. It pales in comparison to the joy and the bliss and the delight. And you're just like, make me tired more.
I didn't feel the excitement that people feel when they have a child. I was like, okay, baby is the child. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't have the best of pregnancies. Even though I was young, a lot of people just think that I had Layla when I was 23, and they feel like, oh, when you're young or younger, like it should be easier. I was in labor for 3 days. I was in labor for 3 days, and I still had her in natural birth.
First things first, of course, I am grateful to God.
Yeah.
The reality is I love being a mother. And I think that by nature as a person, I'm very maternal in my instinct.
I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves and give ourselves these timelines that are really not necessary. What we should do is just pray for good health, soundness of mind and body. Pray that you have the next meal to be able to function, because people wake up in the morning and before nightfall, they're gone.
Sometimes people, see, if you are slim, they'll say, why does she look like that?
She's not eating.
You fat? Hey, she's too fat. Anyone. So guess what? Do you. Whatever they say. Me, when people talk, I screen it and I check. Is there anything to really pick from to be a better version of myself? I take that and I work on being a better version of myself. For myself, not for you people.
Hi, it's Tokwe Olonio. You are welcome to our next chapter. This is a space for just women, a space where we slow down, where we breathe, and we just talk about the things that we don't always say out loud. The real life, the real feelings, the real becoming. Because sometimes we just need to know that we are not alone in figuring all these things out. So I invited a few women that I really love and respect to sit with me today. And they have lived some chapters. And they have a few notes that they want to share. So if I were you, I would grab my pen and my paper. I would sit back, relax, because they have so much to say, and I will be passing the phone to them.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, no, it's Bisola.
This is Enado.
Oh no, it's Blessed.
And I want you to catch me on this week's episode of
On
Our
our
next
next
chapter
chapter.
on Tokwe Olonio TV.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye.
Good to have you here, Queen.
Thank you for having us.
And let's say happy birthday to Bisola on her 40th, guys! I'm going to start with you, Bisola.
Okay.
Considering that you just blossomed into your 40s, I must say that you have changed the face of turning 40, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not
Really?
exaggerating, right?
Oh,
Yes.
that's good to hear.
You have. And I want to talk about your journey to 40.
Yes.
How would you say that you prepared yourself for this new decade?
This new decade. I was pretty deliberate about first, when I turned 39, I said to myself, I'm like, okay, Bisola, what are you going to do for your 40th? So, because from when I turned, I think after my 35th or 36th, I stopped doing photo shoots.
Oh.
So if my birthday comes, the last photo on the camera roll I'll post, or something that's nice that people haven't seen.
Yeah.
Is what I'll put out there. So I said, and I very rarely, I don't have parties. I've never had a party before. I mean, I could have little get-togethers, dinners and stuff like that, but nothing like a big party. So I said, okay, what are you going to do next? And I said, you know what? I'm going to have a party. I'm going to throw a big party. It's like, it's 40, right? Like, it's 40. And like, hey, you threw a party. Okay, now let's see how it goes. And then from May of the 39th year, which was 5 months, because my birthday is in January. And everybody's always broke in January. There's always something, no money, no this, no that.
Burnt out after 30 December.
After 30 December, you know. So I was deliberate about my looks, fitness. I said, you know what? I'm going to take it upon myself to look good. And so I started with dieting. I was doing 1 meal a day. It was, I love food. I really love food. And I'm not going to lie to you. After my 40th birthday, the way I've been guzzling food down here, the way I've been eating like a thief.
Because 1 meal a day.
I love food so much. Food makes me happy. You know, food calms me. When I'm sad, I can eat and I just feel good about myself. So after that party, I said, hey, now I've done the looks. I wanted to look banging. I wanted to look hot.
Banging.
Ah, my goodness. So it was a lot of deliberate actions. I cut off alcohol. At a point, I cut off carbohydrates.
Oh, wow.
Yes, for a while, I cut it off. I was doing 1 meal a day. I was working out more.
Right.
You know. So and then I was looking good. I was saying, you're looking nice.
So good.
You're looking sweet. And here we are.
Happy birthday,
everyone,
man.
they attended, they came, you did not come.
I didn't walk.
You were walking.
I was walking.
Sorry.
Blessing was there.
I watched on the internet. It's okay. You said it since.
Food was so good.
Blessing, you said that before. You said you even said the ice cream.
The time was bad.
Thank you. Sorry.
But Bisola said she would give me hamper. Take away pack.
It depends on if I still have some.
Exactly. Those that came now. Took it. So.
It's okay. It's okay. I lived on social media that day. I enjoyed it. I was a part of it. And I'm really inspired. I'm looking forward to turning 40.
Yes.
And I think that everyone watching who is afraid of whatever age they're turning to should probably be more intentional about living in it.
Yeah.
Enado, my mommy.
Hi.
I want to talk about how you have also blossomed in a different way.
Yep.
And it's so interesting to see because this now tells us that as women, it's not particularly attached to one thing. You could just blossom from different angles or aspects of your life. And I want to talk about your evolution to being a mom. I mean, I've spent some late night hours with you that sometimes I enjoy, sometimes I'm like, God, I beg. But I want to talk about our conversations, and Enado is always so excited about the stress. Like, she's excited about it. She'll be like, no, he's been awake for the past 12 hours. Yeah, I'm just here watching him. I'm like for real? She's like, yes, he's not slept. And she's happy. I want to talk about that because, you know, there are a lot of women who are stressed by the early months or the early days of motherhood. Just walk us through that experience.
So first things first, of course, I am grateful to God.
Yeah.
And the reality is I love being a mother. And I think that by nature as a person, I'm very maternal in my instincts. Like, I came on set today, you know, like, Bisola, you're here. And before I remember to call somebody, I'm kind of wired that way and all of that. So to now have my offspring, I made this is mine. Like, yum.
See your face, guys.
I'm absolutely in love in a way that I have never loved before. It's a delightful experience. It is, however, sometimes the trenches. I'm not gonna lie, but I think that I finally understand when mothers have said it in the past that, you know, you were going through some of the most tedious experiences that you've ever had in your life. It is, the fatigue sometimes is, but someone once explained it to me like this. She said, you would be so tired, but yet that little human will walk into the room or would smile at you. And it's not that the stress fades away. It pales in comparison to the joy and the bliss and the delight. And you're just like, make me tired more. You know, I cannot tell you the amount of sleepless nights that I have had, you know, but it's so delightful. But another thing I will also say is that I planned and I prepared my mind for it. I asked questions, I did my research, and I told myself that You know, there were things that I was going to do to ensure that I stay outside of the bliss, which I discovered nobody could have explained that part for me enough. But there were things that I mentally told myself I'm going to do to help me keep afloat in the moments where it feels like you're drowning. So my self-care, I do not play with it. You know, I pamper myself as much as I can. You know, there's, you know, things here and there, but I don't want to take too much of your time. I could go on and on. But being just like Bisola did in preparation for our 40th, for me, it's be mentally prepared, brace yourself, and then take care of you.
Yeah.
You are important.
Very, very. And in being mentally prepared, blessing, I remember when you traveled to have your baby, you were by yourself.
Yes.
I want to talk about that being by yourself. How did you support yourself? Because I'm sure that there are times that your body will just be going on its own. And then there's, you know, sometimes you need someone to just like calm you down. Now, how did you just center yourself and just, tell me, because I'm sure there was a moment where you had to be your own support. What was that like?
I mean, I had my mom and my aunt with me.
With you, yes.
You know, but thanks to postpartum depression, I told myself they didn't care about me, they didn't love me. I was the only one, yes, and I was very hostile to them. You know, I'm like, go away, don't touch me, leave me alone. I wanted to just stay away, you know, from each of them. So I think that what genuinely, what really kept me was just, so God do not think I'm ungrateful for this child. That's all. I didn't feel the excitement that people feel when they have a child.
Interesting.
I didn't feel it.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is the child. Wow. I cried the first time I met him. I mean, for some complication reason, I met him 3 days after I had him for the first time. So I was just going, let me born this thing. Wow. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
And I think mentally, because of, I mean, what happened after my baby, so there was a kind of mental, I was trying to detach myself because I didn't think that the child gonna survive. Yes, so it was so because I didn't tell people I had a baby, I was hiding, so don't come and be asking me what happens.
I get you,
things like that, So, and then, I think it's just God that helped me.
It is God.
Really, and my husband was really, really, you know, I mean, of course, my mom and my auntie, you know, they didn't give up. As much as I pushed them, they kept pouring in so much love, so much love, you know. And then my husband, who was away, he just did all he could. I remember then, he just called, you see Amazon at the door, you know, he sent flowers, he sent gifts, he just order clothes and send, you know, it was just, you know, something, yes. I'll cry and cry. I don't say, I'm here. Then I started doing countdown to when he will come. So that countdown even helped me. So every time we talk, I'll say 26 more days, 24 more days, 25 more days, 20, you know. Yes.
So now, from picking up from what you just said, I want to ask, correct me if I'm wrong, would you say that because your husband was familiar versus the fact that your baby was new to you, were you holding on to the love that you knew already versus the one that you were you didn't know how to start?
Do you want to know the truth?
Yes.
It's only the love of God that kept me. Because I couldn't even help myself. Yes, my husband was trying. You know, it's one thing for someone to be given. You can receive it at that moment. A few minutes later, it's a mental thing. It will remind you, don't get too excited. Maybe because you're born for and that's why you do this one. If you became no day. It's just, you know, it will feed you a lot of things. Yes, it will feed you a lot of things. So it was just God, because many nights I just said, God, you have to help me. Why do you give me this gift that I want to put me to kill me or put me in trouble or put me to shame? You know, so I was just in that helpless place and I was not praying. So it is legit. Sometimes you are in seasons when you don't feel like praying. You don't even know what to pray. That's where I was. So it's my playlist, I would just keep it playing there. I'm just like, God have mercy. Just help me. That's it. And then,
I think that's all the prayer
one
that
day
you
at a time.
needed.
Yes, one day at a time. You know, I started getting better. You know, and then God just raised people that, you know, I didn't even know that was postpartum depression. Yes.
Wow.
You know, yes.
What did you think was going on?
I just thought that they were stressing me. I
had the baby.
I was just angry. I was just angry. You know, every time they tend to advise me sometimes, and then so I wasn't breastfeeding.
Right.
So they're also doing everything to help, to make me feel better, telling me how loved I am, you know, and I didn't see that. Yes, when I was, my son was in hospital for almost 2 months after I was discharged. So every time I was going, I didn't want any of them to follow me. Oh. Don't follow me to see my child. Leave me alone. Yes.
What was the thought process in that moment?
I don't even know. I'm just like, why is my own like this? Why? What's going on?
I get you.
Why? You know?
Yeah.
And then, for people who had preemie, you know, they look a certain way when they come. So you're like, hey, this is not the picture of people that used to born shy, this so pause when they born their own. Why? You know, so it was just, and then there'll be voices telling you everything, so many things. Then something is telling you, no, you're a Christian, you cannot afford to fall, you cannot afford to, you know, so it's a lot of, you know, here and there, yes. But I mean, I had a tribe that were holding me up in prayer, which I'm very grateful for, because sometimes when, you know, that's when everybody needs to have the people that are praying for you.
Yes.
It's very important in life.
Yes.
You know, so yes. And for me, it was just, oh, God help me. And then, somehow, one day at a time. Then I started to understand that, okay, this is postpartum. This is postpartum, yes.
Did someone have to tell you?
I mean, a friend at the hospital, a nurse who, I don't know, I'm sure that she's a child of God.
Of course.
You know, she was led, and then she asked to visit me. She came to visit and said, oh, she want to take me out for lunch. You know, and my auntie wanted, like, oh, let's go. She said, no, don't worry, I'll bring her back. And then she spoke to me. I'm sure that it had to be the Holy Spirit that gave her the right
Holy
word.
Spirit,
and she said to me, this is postpartum depression. I need you to take care of you. Take a break from coming from the hospital, come to the hospital for some days. Take care of you. Get a hang of yourself, you know, so that you can give all the love you want to give, because this child needs your love.
Amazing.
I mean, Rita, you're watching this. I love you and I appreciate you.
Thank you, Rita.
Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you. It's very important to have a tribe. And you know this thing they always say about, oh, women that have kids, you need to have friends that also have kids. And some of us that don't have kids never get it, because why do you have to only have friends that have kids? Because there's just some things that the ladies that don't have kids yet cannot relate with. But it's so beautiful to see that at this point, like if you didn't say this, no one will know.
Yeah, that's what you were
Well
dealing
done. Well done. Bisola, let's travel back.
Okay.
16 years ago.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Just hearing all the blessings said, I'm just like, you know what? I want to know what Bisola's early years of early months of motherhood was like. Please take us on a short, quick journey.
It was terrible. Yeah, I didn't have the best of pregnancies. Even though I was young, a lot of people just think that I had Layla when I was 23, and they feel like, oh, when you're young or younger, like it should be easier. I was in labor for 3 days. I was in labor for 3 days, and I still had her a natural birth. Pregnancy was terrible. I was throwing up every day for like 7 months, and at a minimum of 4 times a day, until I see blood before the baby was like, okay, yes, now I can rest.
Yeah.
Now I can rest. So it wasn't pleasant, and it was also at a time in my life where I thought, and my family thought, that there was a breakthrough. You know how they say onotila?
Yes.
In Yoruba they say the doors have opened. I found out I was pregnant while I was on Project Fame. Right? And my mom didn't get to know until I was evicted from the house. So it was like, what's going on? Why is it at this point in time? So many doors and opportunities that I would have had at that time, the doors were shut. Like, oh, you're pregnant. Maybe when you have the baby, you'll come back. Maybe when you have the baby, you'll come back. So I had to move back to my mom's place in Ota, Songo Ota. I was hiding. I was ashamed. Eventually, the baby came. I thought that, okay, once I have the baby, and I remember one of my older cousins, Auntie Maria, I kept saying that, once I have the baby, once I have the baby, once I have the baby. So she looked at me one day and said, so when you have the baby, you put her on shelf, Abi? You put the baby on television shelf. Stand there. Okay, yes, I've had the baby. Yes, I've had the baby. So the reality of having Layla, this postpartum depression, I didn't even know that's what I was going through.
Oh my.
I didn't know. My sister came back from school. She was schooling in Uniben at the time. And she comes home from school and she literally visibly shakes me like this. Like this is what she does to me. Because I wasn't taking a bath. I was stinking up the place. Sometimes I didn't want to breastfeed. I wasn't even breastfeeding. Milk was not producing well, you know. So his mommy go and give her, my hair was matted for like 3 months. You know, I'm sleeping and waking up. I'm not brushing, I'm not doing anything. So it took my sister to come home. And she bought me this small relaxer cup, the green one.
Hope you didn't burn your hair.
You know, he burnt it all.
He usually burns.
Usually do burn.
The head needed burning.
Burn it to wake up. To reset
itself. And it took my sister visibly shaking me up. Like, don't you know who you are? They're like, Bobby, what's wrong with you? I'm like, okay. You know, she kept singing it in my ear. You're talented, you're beautiful, you're a singer, you're popular, you're this, you're that. But I was really ashamed of being pregnant. I was ashamed that, okay, I had a baby out of wedlock. You know, I thought I was going to get married. I was engaged to her dad at some point.
Yeah.
But we never got married. So there was just so much shame. And, you know, it was one of those things that, my mom was a single mom as well. And why is the same thing happening to me? Is that what's going to happen with my kid as well? So you just go through so many of those thoughts, you know. And then we were living in a room and parlor. Do you understand? Imagine raising a baby in a room and parlor in Songwater, where people are sharing bathrooms, sharing a toilet. Everything was just wrong for me. It just felt wrong. All the things that I thought I would give my child was not the things that were happening. You know, so it was a tough period. But the baby herself, I mean, when I first had her, when they said that she breastfeed, I said, I didn't want to breastfeed. I don't want to breastfeed. The first day she put her mouth, I said, take her from me. I had the largest goose pimples ever. It was so irritating.
Why?
I told my mom, because it was disgusting. That's how I felt. I said, I didn't want to breastfeed her. And then she was crying and crying. And my mom said, okay, she has given her small water. I'm like, But I just saw the thing and I pitied her. I said, but there's no milk coming out. Like, it was so bad that even when I tried to express, it'll probably be like 10 mil. You know what 10 mil is?
Oh, wow.
That's medicine cup.
Yeah, medicine.
That's what will come out. No matter how you massage, with hand or with machine or with pump or you just see the whistle of a drop. Whisper. So the only time that I knew that, and she liked food. So she was always crying because she was never full. Until I had to now switch to formula, and then she had her first sleep. She slept well, you know, like for like 4 or 5 hours straight because she was full. And that's the trick with babies. They just need to eat better. Cut me off. You know, that's the trick with babies. So first 1 2 years, it was hard. It was difficult. It was difficult, but I look at her. She's my joy. She's my life. She's my best friend. Sharon, sorry.
Okay, guys, let's go on a break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about boundaries, setting boundaries with our family members, with our friends, with our colleagues, and with everybody around us. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. When companies say they care about their people, it is the small practical things that truly matter. This is where care meets action with Grocity. Grocity partners with companies to provide food baskets and subscriptions that support employees at home, not just at work. It is thoughtful, it is practical, and it is care that people genuinely feel. Because when employees are supported at home, they show up stronger everywhere else. Visit corporate.grocity.com to book a demo and get you started. Welcome back, guys. Now, we were just sitting in the honesty of what it really means to navigate life as women. The wins, the struggles, and everything in between. So, my ladies, you know, we talked about going to talk about boundaries. Yo, personally, I didn't even know about boundaries till I had to start setting them from experiences. And I feel like it's so important for us to talk about it because sometimes we feel guilty about the boundaries that we have to set, right?
Yeah.
Most especially with family. And I want to start with you on that. Tell me about an experience with family or friend that made you feel like, see, I love you, I really love you, but this is where we draw the line.
I think I've had it, you know, both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, friend. When you always want to be in my business. Yeah. How about you wait until I tell you?
Oof.
or maybe you know about something. Now you're applying something, yeah, your guy.
Yeah.
The next you're helping me to be spreading it.
Nobody else.
Are you my town crier? You know, so what just happened is I just put the person at arm's length. Really. We're talking though. It's okay. I mean, we're good.
Yeah.
I celebrate you on your special days. I know that shop when I won't shop. But the only thing, I remember telling the person had come to my house one day without me knowing, which was the norm, you know.
Okay.
And then the next time, and I remember that, I didn't tell security the boundary. So I updated security. And next time she was like, the thing allowed me enter, I want to go and see Joe. I said, it would be nice. You can't just come to my start letting me know now. I'm not around. Let me know next time. So, you know, I can prepare. In that sense, the word is enough for the wise.
Oof.
Subtle and loud.
This kind of boundary, Bisola, have you had to struggle in setting a boundary?
Yeah, quite a number of times. As an upcoming actor, you know, as an upcoming actor, so many things that you would just tolerate, not because you like it, and then you just have to laugh through it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just call people to order immediately when they say something wrong. With family as well. I mean, there are times when my mom would call my daughter certain names that she would call me when I was much younger. And I'm like, no, this is not going to suffice. No, it's not going to pass with this child, with this particular one. That is my own. No, I'm sorry, you can't say this. And I remember, I think the first time that my mom looked at me like, who the hell are you?
But how did that make you feel? Now, I want to talk about did you have like the fear of afraid of saying it but had to say it?
I don't think it was more fear. It was more I'm protecting my child.
Amazing.
Yes, because I know how that felt for me. I remember at 15, was I 15? I think I was between 13 and 15. I had a conversation with my mom that anytime you say, I was much younger actually.
Yeah.
When you call me these names, this is how it makes me feel. Guess what my
Now
mom
you go,
did?
now you sabi.
She laughed. You spelling it like that? That's what I want. That's what I want. You know, typical African parent behavior.
Yes.
And you know, she said to me, the only reason why she calls me those names is because the main person that she's targeting, she cannot see the person. So you that are the offspring of that person, collect it.
Oh my days, yes.
So when, you know, a little bit of transfer was going to that, so I said, nope, not with my kid. I'm sorry, no mom, this is not gonna happen. And then sometimes with some friends, I mean, I've ended friendships, you know, with, like, there's no point. What are we friends for if you don't see me in certain light or you see me in this, exactly what Jessica said. There's some things you tell you straight up, no, I don't like this thing that you said. This was wrong, this was this or that. You still want to be friends with me, you will not hear nothing confidential from my mouth will come out to you again. You will learn by yourself and know that, okay, this person is not as open with me as they used to. So boundaries every day. And now that I am even much older, I'm setting it straight on the spot. If anybody says something that upsets me, I will tell you off there and then. There's no point waiting for it to be cold. I see the hot, let them know immediately. And it always works out better that way. Yeah, it's always best.
And setting boundaries in friendships, and from a terrible experience, and I don't know if you've had any like that, but just humor me. And a terrible experience that you had with a friend, and the friend owns up to their wrong and comes back, but you're like, no, can't do. How do you handle that? Like, I see your apology, I acknowledge your change, but I just can't accept you in my space. Have you had that kind of experience before?
Yeah.
How did you handle that?
It's happened multiple times in different formats.
Okay.
Not a lot, but you know, multiple times. In one scenario that I can remember, it's a case of people don't become the way they are overnight. So even sometimes when you correct a person and they become aware that, oh, okay, she doesn't like this thing, it doesn't necessarily mean they've changed.
Right.
It means that they are not, or they're aware that it offended you. Now, the thing about behavior is it will continue to perpetuate itself. I'm gonna give you time to sit over there and figure out how you're going to change that nature. But, you know, sometimes it's not just, oh, I'm sorry. Do you understand? You're going to have to deal with the internal workings of yourself. Yeah. The things that have come together that make you behave that way. But you do it over there.
Not anywhere near.
Pending when, you know, I can now. So sometimes you reprimand a friend. They apologize, but they are offended
Yep.
by the fact
Yes.
that you reprimanded
Yep.
them. And then that now becomes the theme. So what's going to happen is, if you want the friendship enough, if we want the friendship enough, we'll give ourselves time to stew.
Yeah.
And then we can now rework it and rebuild it based on you now understanding what my realities are, what my preferences are, and all of that. And likewise, I like to give the same respect, accord the same respect that I expect of others. I've also had scenarios where the correction was just enough.
Okay.
Because when you look further into the situation, you know that it wasn't intended. You know, sometimes people do things in error, you know, they're not aware and all of that. And then there are people who, I will give an instance of someone coming to me to say, oh, XYZ said that about you.
There we go.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Tell me.
Both you and X to those.
Goodbye.
Yes.
I love it.
But what
Over
led to
there.
that?
Like, how did we get
How are
here?
you,
I
how are
mean-
you there with them?
Y'all are beefy now.
Right.
That's why I'm hearing this.
This.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love
it
that
moving.
approach.
Yeah.
I want to talk about finance for we as women, and how for some ladies, they come into it early, like the awareness of the need to actually make your own money. I would start with blessing. I would start with
Before you feel make out,
See,
marketer
that
extraordinaire.
I want to ask you a question. When did you have that moment of, you know what, I don't like where I am and I need to start making my own money?
I made that decision in my final year.
In university. Tell me, what happened?
In fact, maybe more solid in
Okay.
final year, but even in school, I used to sell Mary Kay. Yes, I was very popular for selling Mary Kay. I used to supply Yatega and Yaba.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that
That's
was
from my 200 level. So my mom, right,
Yeah.
growing up, because it was just me and my mom anyway, so
Yeah.
my mom worked different jobs to give me the best life.
Right.
So I grew up with a mother that I'm seeing very industrious.
Yeah.
The teacher, she would strike puff to carry to send the school in the morning before assembly. After school, she go and do lesson. She's selling clothes today. Tomorrow, she's selling bread to do bread supply. Next tomorrow, it's tissue paper. How about lots?
right.
You know, so I had, I mean, what you see growing up, you
Yeah.
know. So I had that. So from school, I was like, okay, you make it. So my auntie will send, and then I'll go and sell. I went to Yatega one day, introduced myself. I said, I do say some US original. She says, and then that's how I started supplying her and a couple of other people. And in school, I used to sell me to all my friends. So I'd done that for about 3 years. But when I was graduating, and I said to myself, know that I'm my mommy's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband,
Everything.
best. So I think if I go to that, and in fact, when I was graduating, my mom renovated my room. He buy me mattress, new one. Now orthopedic mattress,
Yes.
where she had bought it for me, you know, to impress me. They changed my rug to match with my curtain. Aspire coming home,
How come you
graduate.
didn't go back home?
I'm not go. Don't go. Because I just felt if I go home, I would get very comfortable with this comfort.
Yes, very true.
Then they will now look for, my mom will find me working, boya LIRS. Because my mom used to work for Lagos State government, you
Yeah.
know. So they'll find me work. So find me work will not
Something
be hard.
comfortable, yes.
Then I'll be looking for one brother in church that they can
Yeah.
match us.
They would, I promise you.
There has to be more.
Yeah.
I need to be wealthy. Yeah, so I remember I'd spoken to my friend, I call her my sister, because she's also an only child like me, BC, I mean, God bless her, La BC, and I started staying in her house. But I lied to my mom that I got a job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I lied to my mom I got a job in Surrey. I planned with my uncle. I remember my uncle, the G,
So G
always,
uncle.
yeah. You know, and I said, I don't want to go back home or this, that, you know. So, because my mom will always want to know, where are you working? I want to meet your boss.
Oh,
I want
my
to,
days.
yeah. Because, I mean, you're leaving home. You say you're going to be sleeping there. You only come on weekends. So, went to my uncle's friend's office together, and you see it's my employer. Yeah. You know, and that's how I started staying with my friend, BC. And I was, you know, Suko. You know, just know Suko. Yeah, that is it. So I used to sell Suko at Honeypan bus stop. They'll give you carton, sell, then you get commission. Then I had a lot of market. I used to market for people. Then my friend BC too, she used to deal in bags and wristwatches then. So she'll give me a deal. I'll go and be delivering for her, or I'll go to market, pick it up from her suppliers. Like that, yeah. So I just started earning my own money and then, doing stuff. So it was from that point I said, I gotta be rich. Love it. Yeah, I want to make my own money. Yeah.
Amazing.
And I want to live in Lekki.
I love it.
Yeah.
Bisola, I want to talk about Brown Girl Magic.
Magic.
Guys, if you haven't got yours, I will tell you my
Yes.
best. I will tell you my most recommended is the
Micellar water.
Oh my God.
The Bisola water. See, one, you don't have to pour so
That
much.
is the best.
You know, like after I got
Best.
it the first time, I had to buy a carton and share for my friends.
God,
Because
yes,
I was like,
You don't need, you will not waste.
you don't do like 5 wipes.
The next cleanup.
Try the shower gel.
Oh my
Are you serious? Are you
Try the
serious?
shower gel.
Yo,
Yeah.
I wanted. I would see. We'll go and try. We'll plug
We'll
it.
plug
I
it.
want to talk about that because being on TV and being an entrepreneur, I've seen how sometimes people mistake it as, oh, she's broke, that's why she's selling. I want to talk about the interest in picking up a business. I want you to just quickly walk us through that.
The interest in it was when I got interested in my skin.
Right.
When I started taking care of my skin. So I started in, say, 2018. That was when I met Samuel Josephs.
Yes.
People were like, you should do more about your skin. I didn't know anything. This is the sponge that I used to wash under my leg. Is what I use on my face. I'm telling you, facts. Right. Is the shea butter. Sometimes you remember to buy cream, sometimes you will not remember to buy cream. Oil, coconut, so anyone that's available is what you use. From the scalp to the toes, So someone says, oh, this one that you have gone to Big Brother, you have come back out. You should start taking care of it. I say anything. I say, is my skin not good? And then I met Samuel Josephs, and then we started talking, and he started putting me through certain routines. I'm like, why do I need SPF? For what? Like, I don't need. Are we not on the equator? That's why God made us brown skin. Like, there's no need. Yeah, he was like, no, it's important. You should still protect your skin. Just because we are here doesn't necessarily mean that we can't get skin cancer. We can't get all of that. So I started taking care of my skin more, and that was when I developed the interest in, having my own skincare. Like, because at the time when the idea was conceived, which was in 2018, there was we didn't really have body lotions that had SPF in them, right? So I said, okay, I think I want to do this. And then we sat down, he did the formulations, then came up with the micellar water, the body wash, SPF for the face and for the body. And that was how Brown goes. I actually wanted to call it my daughter's name, Layla Skin. She was like, ew, no. Oh, wow. Don't use my name. I don't want my name. Everybody now saying, Layla Skin, Layla Skin, Layla. I'm like, hey. I said, okay, so, okay. She didn't too.
That's interesting.
So just during COVID, was when I came up with the name Brown Girls Magic. I'm like, okay, we're brown. Like, why embrace it? Every African is of brown descent. So that was it. And that was how Brown Girls Magic was conceived. Later on, I came back and changed her mind. I said, okay, if I really want to create a line, I can call it maybe Layla.
Say no. When I gave you said no.
You said no. So yes,
amazing, guys. If you haven't shopped from Brown Girl Magic, this is not advert. We they use them. We they use them. We they use them. So yes. Enado, I want you to tell the lady watching that just had a baby and is insecure about her body, about patients going through it, and those that feel like they need to post their snapback 2 days after. Just tell them something that can just really put them at peace.
Sorry, before you go on, Enado, I must say you look banging. Super hot.
That body
you look
banging.
like before the baby. Yes, and I think you're ready for another one.
You said.
I thought. Like, what?
But she don't.
Bisola, those friends. But you just came off as those friends.
Am I lying?
I don't follow you.
I do not look like
I'm not no pressure.
24 hours without sleep is not enough.
Like, I didn't see that
walking
coming.
around with a generator and solar panel to power me up. Girl,
It can't be that bad.
Take your,
It can't be that bad.
Stop
You be
it.
taking naps in the car.
Do you know what time? Do you know what? While I drive, do you know what time I went to bed this morning? I went to bed at 6:30.
And I mean, you're ready for another one.
I was up.
Sorry,
you see that prayer you're praying for me. You know what I pray for you.
I receive it. I receive it.
The sleepless hours and all. And my baby's unique sleeping routine.
No, I take give it back to you.
No,
I receive the child.
No, since you're so joyful in giving it, you can have some.
Exactly.
You know what?
I'm a
just
cheerful
advise
giver.
the ladies. I beg. Leave this.
That we can do.
Yes.
Look, I'm a big advocate for taking your time don't put yourself under pressure. Sometimes just be in the moment. You just had a baby. Just sit in that. The body is not going anywhere by the grace of God. Rest. Your body has, let me explain what I think childbirth is. Let me put it into perspective. Your body has just been a conduit, a channel through which a supernatural being connected with this physical universe. You carried that, nurtured it, baked it for 9 months, and you just want to go back. For the people who have that grace, awesome. But you have just been the doorway for spirit to become physical. That is a very powerful thing. Absolutely. Give your body time. Honor your body. Honor the process. It is the greatest thing a human body will ever do. What? I mean, Bisola, you threw a party recently.
Yes.
Did you rest?
Oh, I did.
And she has been eating.
You
She
take
did
time
chop
to
all the
sleep,
food.
Sleep, eat, bask in the moment, enjoy the euphoria. And then if you're going through PTSD, give yourself that time. Cry. You know,
Feel all the feels.
feel all the feels, be in it, sit in it. When you are ready, you will know that you are ready.
Amazing.
And get help.
Get help.
Get
award
help.
for
Yes.
Surround
that's
yourself.
fabulous.
Surround yourself with your tribe, with your tribe of people. And girl, let me give you a secret. If
Tell
your
us.
body is not snapping back, shop for your new body. Bam! Life is easy.
I mean, they are
Bam.
they are not dresses.
Bam.
They are bigger sizes.
I mean,
dear.
peplum for a reason.
Okay, Bisola.
So,
Yes.
For the ladies that are 40
Yes.
or about to turn 40
Yes.
or even about to turn 30 or about to turn 50
Yes.
and they're just insecure about the next chapter of
Yes.
their lives, I want you to tell them something that's got you excited about this new chapter.
Being free and true to myself. There's nothing like that freedom of knowing, like, I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves and give ourselves these timelines that are really not necessary. What we should do is just pray for good health, soundness of mind and body. Pray that you have the next meal to be able to function, because people wake up in the morning and before nightfall, they're gone, right? So turning 40, I said, you know what? Everything that I was afraid to do because I was afraid of what people will say, they can say, no, you are too much, you are too bigger than doing this, you are too da da da. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to look my best. I'm going to feel my best. I'm going to invest more. I'm going to put out more. I mean, I just did my adventure. That was a character I had birthed in 2019. And I kept stalling and stalling on creating something with it. Stall. And now finally, 2026, I've done it. So there's really no timeline, time frame. I've seen women in the industry and outside the industry that are achieving things, even that they achieve way above 40, 50, 60, 70, they're still achieving stuff. And I'm like, why that undue pressure on myself? So it's enjoy the moments that you're in, as long as you're alive. That's the main thing.
Yep.
Being alive, being well, taking care of yourself. Look, you are your primary assignment, right? I like good food. I like to travel. I like to smell great.
Yeah.
I like looking sweet. I'm a sweet baby girl.
Sweet girl.
See, forget the fact that I've lost weight now.
You are
see
still
that thing
sweet.
that Enado said about shopping for your body? Forget. When my hips are like, I have the size of trouser that will go for When the hips are done like this, I have the size of trouser that will So it's just about loving yourself, being happy in the moment. I mean, it doesn't mean that there are no obstacles or no challenges.
Of course.
They will always be.
Yes.
But how you respond to it and how you allow that situation affect you also matters. But you know, self-care is very important. Take care of yourself, love yourself. You would love whatever age you're turning. Once you just have that at the back of your mind, you would love it. You would love it. And the sky is the
Can I add
starting.
something?
Yeah.
Take care of your mind.
Take care
Take care of your mind. Take care of your body. You know, you have to live in it for the rest of your life. But take care of your mind. The content of the body is more powerful. I mean, if you're driving a car and the engine is not great, you have problems.
Yeah.
You know, that is your operating system. If there's a virus in your operating system, or your phone or your laptop, it's not going to function well.
Yeah.
Take care of your mind.
Amazing. Take care of your mind. Blessing.
Jotting things down.
See, I don't.
The mind is taken care of.
Don't fool.
Enado, the mind.
Blessing, I want you to talk to women about their finances and about their finances and about criticism. So many people care about what people have to say about them and they hold themselves back. For the lady out there watching that, before she even thinks, she has analyzed what everybody has to say, please tell her something.
I like the laugh.
You are listening to people that don't care about you. Those are people that you are using to gauge your life. My dear, wake up. I think that's totally wrong. Because people will talk.
Yep.
Sometimes people, see, if you are slim, they'll say, why does she look like that?
She's not eating.
You fat? Hey, she's too fat. Anyone. So guess what? Do you. Whatever they say. Me, when people talk, I screen it and I check. Is there anything to really pick from to be a better version of myself? I take that and I work on being a better version of myself. For myself, not for you people. That's the most. The moment you start to live for people, you will never achieve it. Yes, because the day you do the one they said, they will not say, why is her face shrink like that now? You don't look good now. Do something else. So please take the lessons, pick what you want to pick from it, and then be a better version of yourself for yourself. And for your finances, it's important. Don't depend on man. Don't depend on man. Be a wholesome woman. Be enough. Because even the man you want to depend on, even the Bible says helpmates. It's like this, collabo. Let me tell you, if you depend on the man 100%, girl, you are a property the man acquired. One day, whether you like it or not, you will get the subtle shade somewhere. So please, be enough, find yourself, do something. There's something you can do. There's online, there's anything you can do. There's no more, nobody will hire me because I just had a baby. Nobody will hire me because I'm 40. It's a lie. It's a lie. Now, it can be in your house. Plenty online. All those people saying digital.
Yes.
Submit to my class.
Yes.
There's always something. If you don't have any class, submit to. Be recording you every day and be showing us. Before you know it, you return low budget influencer. It's from somewhere.
You are the low budget.
No, I'm just saying, you start from
You
low
start
now,
from somewhere before you get high.
Exactly.
You right up the ranks. Thank you.
So please, my darling,
thank you.
financial empowerment is important.
Yeah.
They don't matter.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies. A round of applause for yourselves. Thank you.
Sorry, it's the Gen Z clap now.
Okay, it's like this. Clock it.
Yeah.
So this, my season of our next chapter is proudly brought to you by Grocity. And Grocity has a gift for you, my guests. And Grocity's primary aim is to teach people how to shop wholesale. No, not wholesale, in large quantities to help you save. And they deliver everywhere. Yes, and at good delivery rates, because the delivery rates in Lagos.
Not the one that you are buying something of 5,000.
Your delivery is
73,000.
Yes, and I told them that before. It is really crazy.
73,000.
It is. Just don't make. I don't know about 73,000.
I mean, not exactly,
but you get
saying.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I told them, okay, before I start shouting Grocity, what are we doing for the beautiful ladies that come on my show? And they have they have something for you to take home.
Like each trailer. Yes,
in fact, you cannot carry it. Thank you for coming.
Grocity, right?
Grocity,
Thank you, Grocity.
Thank you, Grocity.
We have groceries
so
for you from Grocity.
Okay.
All right.
We'll try you people at.
Yes.
If this delivery don't reach 70,000,
we'll purchase.
Yeah, we'll purchase.
Thanks.
Hey, price good.
I trust you now. My financial guest, should they tell you? Love it. Thank you so much for coming, ladies. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being so open because, I feel like I knew you guys, but I didn't really know you guys. Thank you. There's so much I have learned, and I'm sure that every lady out there is going to come into her next chapter with a lot more information that honestly will help them.
Yes.
One thing I just want to say.
Tell me.
Ladies, the ones that are past chapter, I think we should speak more.
Yes.
So that the people in the coming behind chapter can learn. Because sometimes we just give the impression that we're all perfect. I had my life all figured out. I knew when I was getting into school that I would do this and blurry wrong.
No, but it's the kind of business that we're in. It's showbiz.
Yes.
That's it.
But even some people that are not in
try.
show business,
People that are not in
too are
show,
showing.
just try.
Yes.
You know, because that way, the ones they're coming from behind. They will not make
Not
such
always
mistake.
rosy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, to every woman watching, whether you're starting over, whether you're starting small, or you're still figuring things out, give yourself grace. You're growing, you're learning, you're becoming, and your next chapter is still yours to write. Now, new episodes drop every Saturday at 7 p.m. on Tokwe Oloonio TV. Remember to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. My name is Tokwe Oloonio, and I will see you on your next chapter. Bye.